Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Tim. Welcome back to another episode of Boone County Beekeeper. Today is July the 16th. It's a Saturday. It's about 4 in the evening. Very hot. Going to do something today that absolutely I hate to do. I don't like doing it, but it's something that's got to be done, and that is mite wash. You know, I hate killing bees, I do, but, you know, it's something that's got to be done. We got to go in to see where our mite load is at. We got to be ready for winter. We got to be sure we go into winter with a very low mite count if those bees are going to make it through the winter. Now, I've already washed the 2 at the house, and we'll get into that just a little bit. I've got, let's see, I've got 4 up here that I'm going to do. I'm going to do the long hive as well, so it'll be 4 total. And I'm not going to show you all of them. We'll do the one on the hive that we've been following, hive number 3. We'll see where those mites are at, and we'll go from there. Now, that one over there, old Blondie, I was up here last week, and I'm going to tell you, she's not laying. Those bees are not doing a lot. They're not even eating. I mean, you know, I've had this sugar syrup on there for a few weeks now. They've took very little. I think them bees are sick. So I'm hoping that maybe these mites might be the reason. We're going to start treating, like I said, this is the 16th of July. I've got some Apivar on order, and it's supposed to be in this week. So what I'm going to try to do is I'll be up here next Saturday, and I'm going to hit them all good with oxalic acid first thing that morning. And then that day, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some Apivar strips in. And we'll see what happens. Now, it's a 42-day cycle. Like, I've never used it, but everything I've read and watched on YouTube is 42 days. So if I do it this Saturday, that will take us up to Labor Day weekend, which is perfect. And what I'll do is when I take that off on Labor Day, my strongest hives, like I said in the last video, I'm going to try to probably try to overwinter them in singles if I can put enough weight on them. But by that coming off there at Labor Day weekend, what I can do is I'll put an empty super on each one and keep feeding heavy. We'll go ahead and we'll build us some comb in a super, and we'll fill it full of sugar syrup. The weakest hives, we'll leave all that on for the winter. Now also, you know, I always do the mountain camp method, and then they'll be checked, you know, throughout the winter to see if they need any additional feed. So I hate to do it, but we're going to have to kill some bees. So I'm going to jump in here. I'll go ahead and suit up and light my smoker, and I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put a feeder on that hive that we've been monitoring there over the past few months, and didn't get any honey, so we know that. So, you know, I got another week here. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a feeder on top, and that way they can do some comb drawing in that empty super that's on there now. And if we do get any sugar syrup in that, we'll spin it out and feed it back to them. But we might as well build some comb here for about a week, and then I'll pull all that off when I get ready to treat with the Apivar. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my smoker lit, get everything ready. And I do use the 91% alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. A lot of people use Dawn. I've never used Dawn. I may try that next time. I see a lot of videos on that. It seems like it works well too. And we'll just jump in there and see what we got. I got a feeling, they may be high, especially Blondie there, maybe that long hive, because you know, Blondie, that was given to me, and that was all swarm, out of a swarm that was caught. Hive number 5 there, it was a swarm as well. And so I've got a feeling they may be high. So let's see what we got. So what we'll do is I'll film this one that we've been doing, and then I'll shut the camera off. I'll go ahead and I'll check all the rest, and then at the very end of the video, you stick around. We'll write it all down, and I'll tell you exactly where we're at with all of our colonies here. So stick around and let's see what we got. and I'll see you in just a minute. Guys, so here we go. We just made it over here. One thing I will say, I had a big limb. We've had some big storms. I had a big limb come over and hit my fence, and it didn't tear anything up, but it did knock one wire down against the other, but we're okay, I think. All right, so we'll get in here, we'll see what we got. And you know, the only thing I really want to say about this is the main thing when you're doing this is you want to confirm, and I do mean confirm, that your queen is not on that frame that we're getting ready to shake. And we'll go through all this. All right, so we'll see what these girls has done this week. I'm not going to go through it real big, but you see there they have been building out a little comb. That's good, and we'll give them some sugar syrup and let them keep right on going. So I'll set these little girls over here. We'll get down in that brood chamber, see what we got. And I don't have a good smoker, but I did bring some better fuel. I brought some pine needles. I always have pretty good luck with pine needles. No queen on the excluder. There we go. So we'll see what we got. See if we can find a good frame here. You want to, when you're doing this mite wash, you want a good frame that's got some open brood on it. Okay guys, sorry about that. I had to run over. I forgot my container over in the truck, so I had to go get it. So what I'm going to say is when you do this, like I said, you got to be sure that queen is not on that frame. But a good frame that you want is some really good open brood, some larvae. You want something with a lot of nurse bees on there, because what happens, those mites, excuse me a little bit ladies, those mites, they get on those brood frames. They like to get in the brood, and they eat away at it, and it's bad. Okay, now here is a good frame. And I'll show you what we got. I'll make sure the queen's not there. I'm really going to look, because that would be terrible. And you know what? I'm sure that it's been done. And I'm going to tell you something, friends. If it can be done, old Tim Bailey can do it, because I've been known to mess up a lot. Now, I don't know what you can see. This right here is brood that has emerged. And it is absolutely full of eggs and all different stages of larvae. So we know that most of these bees right here are nurse bees, and that's the ones that we want, because like I said, them mites, they love to attack that brood. I'm just going to double check. I'm going to make sure that that queen is not on here, because that would really change everything. Hey, this old queen here. Now she is a layer, and I do not see the queen. I don't see her, so I may go ahead and shake it and then look for just a minute. I'll do it off camera to confirm that there's no queen in here. I'm really going through it, guys. So looks like some good nurse bees. So we'll shake them down, and we'll let what foragers we have, we'll let them fly out, and we'll go from there. There we go. So there's that. So too late now, guys. So we'll give them a little puff of smoke. We'll go ahead and let them fly, see what we got. I like to shake them around a little bit, make them real good and mad. And we'll put this other frame back in. Oh, they're excited now, are they not? Let's see, you can hear that. Like I said, guys, be sure that queen is not on that frame. And we'll actually, when we get it over there, we'll look again. We'll let whatever bees can fly, we'll let them fly back out, and we'll go from there. So we'll go ahead and put our excluder back on. The excluder back on. Take one more little glance, make sure we don't see a queen walking around. She's fairly easy to spot. She's jet black. Can you hear that? Oh yeah, they're really excited, are they not? And they look good. I hate doing this, guys. I do. I hate killing bees. But what you want to do is you want to get a half cup measuring spoon, and you just get you a good half cup of bees. Take it in there and make it quick. And we'll put that down on there. Shake them up real good. They're dead. Now we'll just let that go. Now, what we'll do with these, we'll give us a nurse piece. So we'll take it down. We'll just dump them right back on one more time. And I'll leave this over here because we're going to definitely wash the rest of these. So there's that. Let's put her excluder back on. Look out, little girls. Alright, so we'll put the honey super back on, and I won't have to get in these girls no more today. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll put our feeder on. It's pretty dirty, but it won't hurt them for a week. Put it right here. I've got a stick over here. It's gotten fouled up a little bit. Let me raise that up and pull that stick out next. We're good now. So we'll give them a gallon of water or sugar syrup. We'll go from there. They'll build some comb this week. That'll do them some good. There's nothing really coming in right now. Not really any nectar coming in to speak of. They should be happy campers now for sure. So that is about it. And what we'll do, we'll put our top back on and we'll move on to the next one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn the I'm going to go ahead and turn it off for now, and I'll set it back up when we get over to the truck and get some of these clothes off. See what we got. I got a feeling it ain't going to be pleasant, so hang on, guys. We'll be right back. All right, guys, so we're back over to the truck now, and like I say, I hate doing that. I really do. I don't like to kill bees. I don't. But you know, if this is going to make thousands and thousands come through the winter, then I don't mind killing a couple hundred. That's going to be the case. So now we got a half a cup of bees in here. So what I'm going to do, I just had this alcohol up to the bottom of the cup, and there's a line in here. I just bring it right over top of my bees. That's what I usually do. And I'm going to put my lid back on and get him on there good. And you want to do that right there for about a minute. That's what you want to do, about a minute. You want to just swirl them like a tornado. I'm going to take these glasses off a minute. And you want to see what you got. And then what we'll do is we'll look in the bottom and we'll count the mites. Yeah, it's not going to be good. We'll count the mites, and then we'll set the bees out and we'll count the bees. So we'll go ahead and we'll swirl him here for a minute, and I'll fast forward it. So now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we will we'll see what we got here on the bottom. And I'll be honest with you, I'll be real honest with you. I see one mite right there is all I see. Let me shake just a little bit more. Sometimes you have to do that now. See some more stuff falling. I'll tell you what, the oxalic acid must have worked pretty good. I see one mite. Guys, that's all I see. Let me move this camera and see if you can see this too. One mite is all I see. That is absolutely wonderful. One mite right in the center. So that's set the camera there. That is absolutely a wonderful thing. One mite, not bad at all. Now these bottles do leak a little bit. I've learned that. But yeah, one mite. That's all we got. So that's great. Still going to treat though. We'll still treat. So now what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and I'll get this off. I'll set my bees out, let them be drying. And I'm going to filter out. My alcohol. One mite. That's it. One. That's great. So I've got a feeling the rest of them's not going to be that good. So I'm going to go ahead and start filtering this alcohol, and I'm going to dump my bees out right here. We'll count these girls, and we'll see what we got. So I'm not going to really bore you with this. We'll go from there. So maybe I'll fast forward or something through all this, because you don't want to sit there and watch me count bees. Alright, so here we go. Alright guys, so let me show you what we got here. What you can see is I sort my bees out in tens. Makes them easier to count. And boy, it's hot out here. So my dad, he just got here so he can help me do some counting. So let's see what we got here. Set this camera back, hopefully you can see me. So we'll count. So there's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 300. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 400. 10, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 427 bees. So we'll write that down. And that's actually a little more than what I usually do. So hive number 4, or hive number 3. One mite out of 427. We'll do the math here in just a little bit. So I'm going to dump these out, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to start at the next colony, and we'll just go from there. So guys, stick with us, and at the end of all this, we'll talk a little bit and we'll go through it. Okay. You go over here and sit down. We're down right here by the river at my dad's. And I'm going to tell you something, guys. It's hot. It's in the 80s. And I've been in the bees for about 2 hours. I'm gonna tell you something, guys. That's something else very important to talk about, and that is heat exhaustion. You know, you don't really think about it, but you got that big heavy coat on, them gloves. It's tough, even though that jacket is ventilated, supposedly ventilated. All that means is there's several layers. You know, I mean, yeah, you can see through it, but man, it's heavy, and I'm gonna tell you, it's hot. So when you're working those bees and you got all that garb on, be sure to stop and you know, hydrate. My shirt, I guarantee you, it weighs 5 pounds. Feels like it is wringing wet with sweat. So all right, let's talk about what we got. And you know, I hate doing that. I do. I hate killing the bees. And my wife, boy, she gets all over me every time I do this. But it's something that's just got to be done. You know, I'd rather sacrifice 200 or 300 bees than to lose a whole colony of thousands, you know, through the winter due to mites, you know. So it's worth it, and you got to know where you're at. And I think we're in good shape. Let me talk for a minute now. I done my math. In hive number 1, that's the hive down the house that I call out of the apple tree. I found 1 mite in that out of 240 bees. That comes out to a percentage of 0.417. 0.5% and under is what I really shoot for. Now, hive number 2, that's the one that lost the queen back in the spring down at my house, and it requeened. And I've noticed hive 1, you know, low mite count, they've been really strong all year, man. They have really been strong. They build up really well. She's really laying some good brood, really good queen. And hive number 2 surprised me. I found 5 mites on there out of 266 bees. That is a percentage of almost 2%. That is 1.88. That is terrible. Man, that is really, really bad. Hive 3, that's the one that we've actually been following along. And you know, they've had some oxalic acid. I found 1 mite, guys, out of 427 bees. That is an average of 0.234. By far the best hive that we've had so far on the mite count. It's excellent, and I mean, she's really coming on strong. That's a good little colony of bees. I went ahead and put some feed on that, as you've seen, and I'm still going to put the apivar in her. We're going to try to knock that down even further. Now the other one's not great. Hive number 5, which is the swarm that I got at the cemetery. I found 2 mites in that, 260 bees, so that is an average of 0.780, so a little over 3/4%. Hive number 6, old Blondie. Man, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. They're just absolutely not doing anything, and I was hoping that these numbers here would really tell the tale. I figured they was gonna be terrible, but they wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. I found 2 mites out of 330 bees, 0.870%. Not good, not bad. I mean, it's not the worst. The long hive, man, I'm gonna tell you, that long hive, there is a lot of bees in that long hive, and they are really, I've hit them with oxalic acid back earlier, but that colony is packed. And I actually found 2 cells in there today, but they wasn't capped, nothing in them, so they was dry. So just scared me though when I found them. I went ahead and did another video on it, and like I said, I'll be releasing all those this winter. But that long hive, 2 mites out of 380 bees. That is 0.526 average. So guys, you know, all in all, with the exception of that 1 hive down at my house, I've really got to get on that one. But These numbers are not great, but they're not terrible. Other than that one, all of them's below 1%. You know, I want to get them down as close to 0 as possible. So, like I said, you know, the Apivar strips, they'll be here this week, and we'll put them out there next Saturday, and we'll leave them in there for 42 days. That'll take us up through into Labor Day weekend, first part of September, and then we may not check them all, but we'll check our worst ones. We'll do some spot checks, see how we done, and then we'll hit them again this winter with some oxalic acid and see what we can do there. We'll hit them with some oxalic acid, and you know, you gotta do it. Like I said, I hate to do it, but you have something that you just gotta do. You gotta get in there and you gotta do it, and just see where you're at. I would have never dreamed that one hive at my house was the worst one that I have. I figured it would be Blondie. So that shows you, I don't know. You know, I don't know what's going on. Nobody does. The bees, that's the only ones that knows what's on. I don't know what's wrong with that one colony. I don't know. I don't know if she's not mated well. I'm gonna have to do something. I gotta make a decision, because we're definitely not gonna make it through the winter. Not enough bees in there to make it. I hate to do it. I may have to pinch her. I don't know, and maybe drop me a frame of good fresh eggs in from one of my stronger colonies. I may try that. So I don't know. I'm gonna do something. I'm almost afraid to combine them, you know, in on top of anything else, because I don't know if it's the queen or I don't know if it's the bees, but they don't act right, man. They're not drinking any syrup. I've got that syrup. It's been on there for quite a few days. You know, I fed those other ones there, and man, they sucked the bottom out of it right now. So I don't know. They're not eating. So, but that's about all we got this week, and something a little different. So that's good. You know, we wasn't just doing an inspection on it. I know you guys are probably getting tired of that, but it's something that's just got to be done. And probably next time I want to, we'll get in there, we'll put our Apivar strips in, and then we need to start thinking about pollen and things like that. We're going to keep on feeding. I'm going to go ahead and we'll build us I need to build a pollen feeder for up here at the bee yard. They should be hitting it pretty soon. It's getting down to a dearth now, not a whole lot coming in. We've still got a little bit of pollen coming in, but that's going to run out pretty soon. So winter time, man, if you can keep that pollen feeder out there on those warm days, buddy, they wear it out. They got to have it. So and I got another problem. I got to figure out how am I going to put some sugar in on top of that long hive with those boards on top. I've got to really sit down and think about that. I've got a couple ideas, but we'll see what happens. So guys, this is Tim, the Boone County Beekeeper, and I want to say thank you for being here. God bless you. God bless your family. I hope you and your family are well. You know, I want to thank you for liking the videos. I want to thank you for subscribing, and I want to thank you for viewing. You know, our views just went way down. I'm not kidding you, they were way down. So we'll see what happens, and we're going to keep on going right on here through the winter, and you know, if we can help one or two people, and we've accomplished our job. So until next time, we'll get in there and we'll do a little treating when we come back next time. So guys, take care. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for stopping by. This is Tim, the Boone County Beekeeper. Till next time.